Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, so I still remember, the first initial classes you had that doubt, I mean, that inquiry that I want to know, more about load and unload, I mean, part. So actually, yeah, that is the thing actually we will be doing in real time. Okay, so you
Yes.
will be loading because earlier they used to load using, informatica, some ETL tools, informatica data stage, ab initio, and these kind of ETL tools in cloud. Okay, now of course in Teradata also, Teradata is a cloud data, not cloud, it's on-premises data warehouse. So there is also load and unload utilities. But now in cloud, it may be cloud or on-premises, load and unload utilities will be there. So in cloud also, the copy and unload, especially in Redshift, copy and unload are the everyday running jobs. Okay, so some of the customers will develop, not all, some of the whole development project means creating the copy scripts. Okay, I was also part of the development project initially. In fact, my first project was development, and there I was developing copy scripts and all. Okay, so that will be there helpful anyway. And for unload, what we are doing for unload, tell me what is the secret of unload? You will just keep unload and you will put your select statement there. All right.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So in unload, I think will be there unload your select statement, right?
Mm.
And
Mm.
you will give the path where you want to store that file. So all your job is to creating the select statement.
Yes.
Okay. So that means, yeah, we should be good at creating writing select queries. Okay, and
Okay.
also I just want to tell you, yeah, last time I already asked you about joins, but yeah, what you said is exactly correct. In fact, it's a definite question, it will come. What are different types of joins they will ask? You should say inner join, left outer join or left join, right outer join or right join, full outer join. Okay, so these you should say. Of course, apart from that, there is also like self join and Cartesian product join. Okay, you can say like that. And whatever you said about inner joining, I mean, they're all correct. Okay, so you are good there. So the next thing, anyway, I will just revise. Inner join means matching records from both the tables will come, right? So
Mm.
left outer join means matching records from both the tables plus remaining records from the left table. And right outer join means matching records from both the tables plus remaining records from the right table. Okay. So full outer join means matching records from both the tables plus remaining records from left table plus remaining records from right table. All will come. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we should be having a clarity on that. Okay.
Yes.
So the more good you are in a skill, okay, the chances will be more. And in fact, I have also verified his answers for the exercise that I have given. Redshift exercise, right? So are you done with the queries I have given you?
Not completed, sir.
Okay, no problem. You complete all of them. Okay, I think all of them. Copy and unload, of course, you may do. Okay, as an exercise, but queries part you can complete. Okay,
Okay.
copy and
Mm.
unload you can practice whenever you get time. That's fine. Okay, but the other queries that I given, right, something like write a query to identify the duplicates, okay, to delete the duplicates, okay. So all these
Mm.
queries, okay, up to uh, top 119 plus the joins part, okay. So
Okay, sir.
if you can write these queries, then you're good. I mean, I think with respect to interview, whatever all scenarios are covered. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
when you get time, you can do that. And you see, anytime, please call me on my WhatsApp number. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
I'll be in training, and in fact, 12 years old student was there in US. He was with me, and he is also starting. We are starting one training here. Of course, he is constantly in touch with me. Okay, so
Hmm.
like that, every student is in touch with me. Okay, so
Yes.
you can call me for any time or any help that you may be facing issue even when you're on job. Okay, so I
Yes.
can right away on the phone I can help you what should be done. Okay.
Yeah. So you mentioning one day that later you will come to me for architect. So you also. So what is the difference in that you teach for architect role also?
Yeah. Actually, the people, for example, who have some 8 years, 10 years experience, they were
Hmm.
working as developers or
Oh,
some leads. But architect means some specific things they should be master on it. For example, data modeling. Okay, data modeling, physical database design, logical database design. These are all design means. I mean, there is, for example, you see, everybody speaks English, but vocabulary and grammar is important, right? I mean,
yes.
the accent. Similarly, everybody does like development, but when coming to the what is the best architecture, for example, everybody writes queries, but what is the best optimized query? So that's all matters for an architect. Optimization. You should be able to optimize queries. You should be able to optimize the platform. Platform means, for example, you are working on some project, right? So it has some design. Okay, some design, but how to optimize or even better optimize your design? For example, you are working to some customer, right? Whatever technology may be, so it has some design, so the design can be still further be optimized. So like that, some advanced things I'll be teaching. Generally they'll come, and they will come with some certain requirements. Okay, I want to know, on modeling, physical database design, logical database design, I want to performance tuning. Okay, so like that they will come up with some use cases, and I will tell them that's all. Their session will be over in just 1 week or 10 days or 2 weeks. Okay, but they will pay the complete fee, and they will just I mean, finish it and goes. And because these things can only be answered by architects, because whenever you cross 8 years or 10 years, certain questions will come. Okay, with respect to optimization, with respect to how do you propose a solution. I mean, they will give one use case. Okay, so
Hmm.
so for example, yeah, for example, I'll tell you. I have a customer. Okay, I mean, I have a customer, and he has 20 years old data. Okay, and yeah, he want to migrate to Redshift. Okay, and he has some BI tools like Tableau running, and his reports will always load some 3 years current year plus last 3 years data. Like, how do you design his model, or how do you propose solution? What type of architecture do you design? Like that, they will ask. Okay, maybe
Okay.
for you it's an advanced question, but even you approach or 20, 30% of the solution, maybe for 3 years, 4 years level, they will accept. Okay, means okay, you're good. But for 8 years or 10 years candidate, unless he approaches 90% of the solution, or even
Hmm.
you know even 95% of the solution. I mean, 95% why I said means he can give 2 3 approaches. That is the way he should be. He should give 2 3 approaches. Okay, so this is the way, this is the way, this is the way, and I think among all these things, this is the best. Like that, you should be able to tell. That's why in my questions I have given some queries. Can you write in using subqueries? Some can you write using joins? Can you write using correlated subqueries? Like that, I have given. You see some queries. See here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is helpful to some extent with respect to optimization. Okay, if you are good in optimization, you will be selected. Okay, in any of the interview. Okay, up to 8 years. Of course, any experience, if you're doing good in optimization means no doubt that you will be selected. Okay, even you're trying as an architect, if you cannot write the same query 2 3 ways, then I mean definitely he will not get the impression of the interviewer. Similarly, while designing the architecture also, he should be able to propose 2 3 solutions for the same requirement.
Mm.
Okay, so then yeah, then definitely he will be at least in the recommended list by the interviewer. Okay, because it's not the same as what 5 years and what 11 years or 10 years, right? Definitely, the 10 years guy should do something better, right, or more.
Yes.
Especially say, talking to the customers, proposing them what are the available options, among them selecting what is best. Or sometimes, for example, you see, for example, I'm from, let's say, I'm from AWS. Let's say you are working for the customer. Then I come up with the, I mean, obviously I am from product, I mean, cloud support team, so I will come up with one solution. So you are working directly with the customer and customer payroll. So you should be able to review my design and you should be able to select what best suits for you. I may give one solution. Of course, you may agree with me that is different task. But your customer will always comes and ask, hey Somnath, can you see, I think, or can you come up with what design you think is best? Or can you review like what the AWS team is proposing and see what are pros and cons with those designs? So I mean, at that time you should be able to do that review and able to tell whether it, to what extent it has some pros and cons and all those things. Okay, so yeah, these are the things generally senior people or architects will do. Okay,
Yeah.
but to be
Okay.
a good architect, you should be definitely good in design. Design means I already said, right, especially here the design means what type of case you should select. That's why, did you google Redshift advanced playbook? It talks about distribution keys, dist key, all. Okay, and even and auto. Okay, that comes under physical database design. Okay, physical database design. So there is a definite, not only definite, some 25% weightage on that just case itself. I have given, you see, that's why I have given this exercise with keys, distribution
Mm.
keys. Okay, so all, even auto, so dist key and all. For example, you see, I will tell you one thing. I mean, actually, right now you don't know the importance of my sessions unless you come to such a role. That's of course, whether you know or you don't know, I'll be covering those things. CC, Redshift, advanced. You see, can you see this link?
Mm. Yeah.
Advanced table design playbook. Okay, so if you open this, you will talk about the distribution case. See here, it was named as advanced table design playbook, right?
Mm.
But he was talking about distribution styles and distribution case. See, you don't know how much importance it is. Okay, you
Mm.
just blindly follow whatever I said. That's all. You'll automatically know in when you get the chance. Okay, so he was talking about, okay, distribution keys, compound and interleaved sort keys, and those things. Okay,
Yes.
see, he was talking about key, even, all those things. Yeah, okay, if it is, see, in fact, we had a very detailed discussion. If this is the thing, then why he defined it as advanced table design? That is the key. Okay, you don't know it's important. When you're working on it, then you will know how much importance it is. But anyway, now today's concept is of performance optimization. There you also I will touch that point. Okay, then you will know. Okay, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that this is all comes under physical database design. Whether you work on any database, physical database design means creating DDLs. That is called physical database design. Okay, DDLs. For example, if you create a wrong index, okay, wrong distribution key, as I already, that is the reason. See, I'll show you. I'll just remind you. That is the reason I have spent a lot of time on, these. For example, you see these diagrams. You see, key one, table one has key, table two has key, and distribution style two. Table one has all, table two has all, and distribution style three. Table one even, table two all. That is the reason I spent a lot of time on these styles. Okay, so
Hmm.
the better you understand, the more you will be able to do in the job and excel in your career in the future. Okay, so that's the reason
Okay.
whatever I said, everything is important, whether you know its importance or you don't know importance right now. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, so today's training will be optimization, performance optimization. So as you already said, apart from loading and unloading, there is another most important thing is performance optimization. Okay, definite question that will come in the interview, and you should be able to tell it. Okay, so this is another area where we can get the impression. Okay, from the
Okay.
interviewer. Okay, yeah, so last session we covered snapshots, right?
Yes.
Snapshots. Yeah, anyway, snapshots is a backup concept, okay, in other databases.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, that we have already covered. Okay, so today's session will be optimization. Okay, see, in optimization there are two things. Okay, I mean, generally they use the term optimization, but optimization, for example, as a developer, you always think query optimization, right? For example, in the interview you ask, hey, have you done any performance tuning? Then I mean, if you're already from database background, yeah, I have done, and you will tell that there was once upon, I mean, one day there was a long running query. I did this, like that. You will tell. In fact, when I was a developer, I was telling like that. Okay, optimization means, to my opinion, it's only query optimization. Okay, so one day I was giving the interview for Deloitte, and that manager asked me same question. Now tell me, what steps do you take to optimize? Or then I was talking about only query optimization, but he was telling, okay, that is query optimization. What else you do? He was telling, and I have no idea actually. So, so then he was telling that you should tell me 360-degree angle answer. He was saying 360-degree. I mean, later on I came to know. Okay, during the job, and of course, later on, after that job, I was part of Performance Center of Excellence team. Okay, means we do only optimization. Performance Center of Excellence team, Performance CY team for Cisco. For 5 years, I was working. So there, I came to know in and all about the optimization. Okay, so about not only query optimization, there is system optimization we have to do. And as part of system optimization, we have to sometimes redesign the things, existing things. Okay,
Okay.
so the
Okay.
current, it may be due to design, it is the whole system is running longer. Okay, so if required, you have to redesign the current architecture. So we should be, I mean, you may not get chance to work on it, but you should be able to tell when it's asked. Okay, so that's why I'm going to cover performance optimization means, I mean, definitely, if as soon as I asked, can you please tell me something about optimization, as soon as if you start, yes, optimization can be two things. One is at the query, optimization, another one can be system optimization, then immediately he will get, oh my god, he has already have an idea like that. And if you talk about query optimization, okay, for example, I'll talk about query optimization first. So query optimization means, for example, whatever copy jobs you are writing, okay, whatever unload scripts you are writing, or whatever the bi jobs means, reporting queries. Reporting query, tell me what type of queries, reporting queries, they are selects or updates or inserts?
Select.
Yeah, reporting means only select queries. Remember, okay, the business people or business users, they will never update. They will only select the data and view their reports. Okay, only ETL team or data engineering team only will do. I mean, they prepare the pipelines and all. As part of pipeline, continuous inserts, updates, deletes will happen. But BI team or any BI tools will do only selects. Okay, so remember that. So so okay, so if any query is running longer, then how do you optimize? That is the first thing actually. How do you optimize? Or for example, he will say that one of my query which used to run every day 2 minutes, today it was running from last 4 hours but still not completed. How do you do, or what do you do, or how do you help? Or the customer comes and says that his query every day used to finish in 2 minutes, but today it's been running for 2 hours but still not completed. How do you assist the customer? He will ask like that. Or sometimes he will ask, I mean, one of the job is running for 1 hour, okay, but your manager come and ask to optimize it. What steps do you take? I mean, this is last priority, but generally, in our scenario, in our daily job, one of the job which used to complete in, some 2 minutes or 5 minutes, one day it start running for 4 hours, but still not completed. Then how do you troubleshoot that issue? Or one of the business user comes and says his system is running longer. Okay, every day his system was fine, but today he think that one of the queries running longer, and he is suspecting some issue with the Redshift. How do you assist that user? So all these issues, anything that that a customer come back, or your ETL load running, or system seems like slow running, they all related to performance. So in perform, if there is an issue with performance, first thing we will look at is query. Okay, so I'll tell you. Okay, how do you know the query is running longer? For example, user comes and says your query is running longer. How do you know? You will know that first by monitoring the system. Okay, you will first look at the system. Where do you look? Where do you look? Have you created a Redshift cluster? Have you created or not yet done?
Yes, I get. Uh,
Okay, yeah. So, for example, see, can you see my left hand side queries and loads?
yes.
Yeah, if you click here, all queries you will see here. Okay, all queries, running queries, complete queries. So if you filter this running queries, then you will see all running queries. Anyway, my cluster, we are not running anything. In production,
Mm,
continuous queries will run, so all running queries will see here.
okay.
Okay, so here is duration, it will show since how much time it's running. Or you can
Mm,
also say that based on start time.
okay.
Yeah. So as soon as someone says, my system is running long or my queries are running long, or you are observing that your ETL loads are running long, you can see from here whether they're running long or they're completing or what is going on. You can see from here. So that is called, I'm saying, monitoring. Okay, I'll first monitor the queries that are running. Have you anytime worked on production support?
No, no, not that much.
Okay, generally production support means they also will monitor the jobs running. I'm talking about the database world. Okay, I'm not sure. I think you're not from database background, right? You're into some web development.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So for you, what is production support? I have no idea. But in the data warehousing and database world, production support means we monitor the jobs that are running. Okay, the jobs are daily scheduled, I said, right?
Mhm.
Daily jobs will be running. So we will monitor whether today's jobs started on time or not, completed or not. If it failed, we will restart, we will fix the issue and restart the job. That's what the production support projects are all about. Okay. So
Okay.
development means you will develop that, but after that they should run right every day in production. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but every day definitely some issues will come right every day. Sometimes source files may be late. Sometimes some data issue may come, duplicate data issue, or some job will fail, or some deadlock issues will come. Something. So there will be people who are supporting. They are called production support team. Okay, their job is to make sure the jobs are running on time and fix if there is any issues and make sure jobs will complete within the SLA time. Okay, so their first and foremost thing is they will monitor the jobs that are running. Jobs means here queries. Okay, so okay, once the jobs are running, we can also see how much the CPU is utilized. For example, if you see that some of the job is running longer, at that time we can also see, I mean, the graphs will be here, you know. Um, I think- yeah, here in cluster performance, if you see, yeah, CPU utilization, CPU utilization, disk space used. Okay, these things you will see here if any jobs are running. Okay, can you see my cursor?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if any jobs are running, you will see, okay, some graph here. For example, disk space increases, then you will see some raised curve if it is reaching 90% or something. Or if CPU increases, you will see some raised curve. So you will see that database connections increases. This is also you will see database connections means too many jobs are running at that time.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, these graphs also you will see from this cluster performance. So how the system is occupied or how the CPU and IO is utilized at that particular point of time, because you are saying that your jobs are running slow. Let's say you are one day you are on shift. Okay, and you are monitoring the job. So first point is monitoring the job, and you saw that your job is supposed to complete afternoon 2, even at 4 o'clock also it's not completed, then immediately you will stop looking into it. Okay, what, when it started, how, since how long it's running, and how the system is occupied. You will see its CPU, IO, everything you will see. Okay, so and you also will see, okay, what are all the queries that are running still not completed, and identify the long running queries, like queries running from more than 8 hours. Yeah, so when you see all the long running queries, you will see which is running, like more than whatever you put. For example, more than 4 hours, more than 8 hours, you will identify the longest running queries from the list. Although there may be many queries running, but you will see which is the most long running, because generally the query which is longest running, that is the problematic query, and in fact that is the one which is affecting all other queries not to complete. Okay, so generally how to explain is, you see, generally if one of the queries is taking more all the system resources, other queries will suffer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the thing here. So when one of the query which has been running from last 6 hours or 4 hours or 8 hours, and it's eating up all the system resources, okay, so then the queries we start later, they will not get any resources. So they also will keep running. They are running long because they are starving for the resources, they are not getting. But actual resources are eaten by this, the one which already running before those queries. Okay, so you should see the which is the longest running among all, and you should abort it. What you should do, you should abort that query. Okay,
Okay.
so and another thing is, till now I have told you to look the longest running queries from the monitor. Okay, from the Redshift monitor, from cluster performance, and here queries and loads. I told you, okay, how to find the longest running query. Okay, descending by duration, if you put, you will see the longest. But actually you can get the same by running select star from stv in flight. This query you can run. For example, why I told is, some developers will not have access to console, aws
Mm.
console. So at that, in fact, if you tell, immediately he will ask, okay, I mean, let's say you don't have access to console, then what do you do? That is the entire question. So we should not give that chance, we should only tell, okay, so in case if we did not get tax, or if we don't have any access, then we can run select stop from stv in flight. Okay, tell me now, what did you remember about stv in flight? Have you any time heard about this table?
Yes.
Yeah, do you
Yes.
remember anything?
It will be in bytes. It will be some data will be there. Not able to.
Okay, fine. stv in flight, okay, this table will contain all the queries that are currently under execution. The queries which are currently in execution, it will show those queries. Okay, they are under execution right now, they are executing on the system
Okay.
in flight. Okay, stv in flight means it will contain or it will show the queries that are currently under execution, or right now they are executing. It will show the queries that are currently executing bus. Okay, they are running on the system right now. Remember, very important. Okay, stv in flight and stv recents with respect to especially performance tuning. stv recents also you heard, right? I told you stv recents. Remember or forgot stv recent and stv in flight? Remember? Remembered stv in flight? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I was on mute. Sir. Yeah. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So I told you the difference. I told you, but again I'll tell you. stv in flight means it will hold the queries that are currently under execution.
Hmm.
Okay, under
Okay.
execution right now they are running. Okay, so
Hmm.
stb recents means you must have started your query, but they did not come to execution. They may be waiting for their slot, they may be waiting for their turn. Okay, or
Okay.
they completed execution and they are returning the data. The queries
Okay.
which completed execution
Hmm.
and when they are returning the data, they are not occupying resources, right? When they are returning the data to the user.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, so that is the difference. STV in-flight means the query is currently under execution or they are right now occupying the system resources. Okay, what we say is if you want to know what queries right now running on the system, select start from STV in-flight. And you see the longest running query from STV in-flight result. And you can abort that query. Okay, and how to abort? This one. Select PZ terminate underscore backend. And PID will come from the STV in-flight and see the longest running query. Take that PID and put it in PZ terminate backend and abort it. Bus. Okay. Once you aborted that longest running query, then immediately all the resources will be released and the next queries will start completing. They will complete because
So
system is
where
ready.
will write these queries if I don't have access to the console? Uh, I will be writing queries in generally where input.
You heard about SQL workbench?
Yes. Yes.
Uh, You heard about SQL workbench, right?
Yeah.
And one more thing, when you don't have access to monitor means you will have access to this editor, but not to monitor all these things. Okay, you cannot see
Okay.
other things. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Generally, you will have access to this editor. Okay, but
Hmm.
yeah, let's say you have not given any access to this console. Then,
So we can connect through SQL Workbench also.
yeah, you can connect. In fact, I was using SQL Workbench from the beginning of my day one of cloud journey. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be using pSQL or SQL Workbench.
Okay.
Okay. You heard about pSQL also?
PSQL. Yeah. Yeah. I heard.
Yeah. So and generally pSQL is like command based, but SQL Workbench, yeah, you know it everyone knows, right? SQL
Hmm.
Workbench. Yeah, there you see you will be giving this endpoint. This is our generally we give IP address, right? While connecting to any
Hmm.
database or anything,
Yes.
we give this endpoint. You see this one. See my cursor.
Yes. Yes.
So generally AWS don't expose the IP addresses. It gives this endpoint. That's all. You give this endpoint and Redshift port number 5439. You will give it. That's all. You will be able to connect from any workbench.
Okay.
Okay. Generally,
Yes.
developers will use the SQL Workbench or pSQL.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you will run this query, select start from STV in flight, and you will identify the longest running query and you will abort it. Okay.
Yes.
Mm. And check for yeah. Let's say you did not find any query. Okay, that is long running. Okay. So at that time you should check if there is any blockings are there. Okay. So how to check for blockings? I have already set some tables, right? For example, see, open this. How do I detect and release logs in Amazon Redshift? Okay, there is a document, it's written, and there is some queries. Okay, uh, run a query to identify the sessions that are holding logs. See, in this SVB transactions table and join PG logs. Okay, so these tables are used. So generally we discussed SVB transactions and PG logs. These are to identify the logs and which logs are applied and all. So yeah, this document I already put in that notes text pad. So based on this query, we will identify which tables are locked. Okay. So for example, is in the output, T means true, granted T means true, means lock granted. False means it's waiting for the lock. So blocked DC1.
What is mean by blocked?
Blocked means this particular query is that particular table is accessed by another query. See here, F means access not granted. Okay, why it's not granted? Because the same is blocked by some other transaction. This is the PID of the transaction. Understand? Otherwise, if it has if it got the lock means granted will be T. I mean, granted means what? It is processing or it is proceeding. It's not lock not granted means there is some issue. What is that issue? Something else is already using that lock and it is waiting. So that is called blocking. Okay, then you will see what is blocking. So this is the blocking PID. You have to about that. For example, one long running transaction is running. Okay, so then you ran one query, but your query is not moving. Why? Because you are using a table which is already locked by that long running transaction. Then tell me, how can your query will proceed? Your query can proceed only if that long running transaction is aborted. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, the same case. So how do we identify that? We identify that using this query.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and the next step. Okay. So for example, you don't have long running query and you have no blocks. Okay. What? Two scenarios we have eliminated. You don't have long running query. Okay. And you don't have blockages. Okay. Then there is a problem with the query. Then you can conclude that yes, there is some issue with my query. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if some issue with the query, then we have to look at the query. Okay, what we can do with the query or what caused my query to run longer. Now we will look at the performance optimization at the query level.
Okay.
What is the first step in optimizing query?
Check the plan
First
now.
step. Yeah. So when we are looking at the query level, first and foremost thing is we will check the explain plan. Okay.
Okay.
So in the explain plan, have you seen explain plan of any of the database, any database query?
Yes.
Which database you have seen?
Postgres I have seen.
Post. Okay. Actually, you're very good man. Postgres, I already told, right? Redshift is built on top of Postgres. Okay. So all the
Yes.
tables, that PG tables, PG users, information schema, all tables knowledge will be useful here. Okay. So even
Yes.
Redshift plan also will be same. Okay. Postgres plan. So in Postgres, tell me plan you will study from bottom to top or top to bottom?
Bottom to top. Right.
Yeah, same thing. Bottom to top only. Okay. So yeah, actually I was from Teradata background. In Teradata, plan used to be from top to bottom. Okay. Top means first step will be on top. Then next step, next step, next step. But here in Postgres, I mean, when Redshift initially I was confused. What is the step? I don't know, like, should I start from top or bottom like that? I mean, later on I came to know, okay, that we should study from bottom because there is no even 1, 2, 3, 4 numbering also not given in the explain plan. See, for example, the plan will be, you see, plan will be like this, okay? So there is no like steps 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was confused like how to understand. But in Teradata, there is steps like 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and that in Teradata, we used to, I mean, the plan will be from top to bottom. Okay, first step 1, step 2, step 3, like that. But here, yeah, of course, over the experience, I came to learn that you have to read from bottom. Okay, and the smallest table will be scanned first. Okay, and then the next scanners table will be scanned first. So, like that. Okay, and every step and last step we will have this summary final. Okay, so and these there are different joint strategies. Okay, joint strategies are like you see, uh, yes, these are, I mean, joint strategies means these are, I mean. So I told you, oh, ds this none means none of the tables are redistributed, and this will happen if both the tables have the distribution key, distribution join based on their distribution keys. Okay,
Okay.
if both the tables are okay joined on their distribution keys, then this will happen. This is the best optimized plan. Okay, so no table because both the tables are distributed based on their distribution key. So join will happen locally. So not no tables are distributed. Collider joins are possible because corresponding slices are joined without moving data between nodes because their data is already distributed based on the joining column, and the joining column is same for both the tables. So no data will be redistributed. Okay, ds dist none is the best. Then ds dist all none. In ds dist all none, one of the table is all. Okay, one of the table is all. In ds dist all none. Okay, so and here also there is no data distribution, so this is the next best. Okay, and the next one is ds dist inner. Inner means smaller table, it will consider it as a inner. Okay, but whatever is smaller table among the two tables, that is considered as inner. So inner table is distributed, so this is better. Okay, then ds dist all inner, this is better because one anyway all is there means one of them is small table, right? Small tables only you will put all, right? Distribution key,
Mm.
distribution style, all, yeah. So that is better. So of course, next one is ds dist outer. Okay, so last ones are broadcast inner and ds dist both. Ds dist both means distribute both the tables. Both tables are redistributed. Okay, broadcast means you see a copy of entire inner table is broadcast to all compute. No, broadcast means right. For example, in telecommunications, what is broadcasting? Or there is three ways of communication: point to point, multicast, and broadcast. Point to point means only a particular receiver will receive the communication. Multicast means only some group of users will receive the communication. Broadcast means all the users will receive the communication. Means communication will be sent to all the receivers. All that is broadcast. So lot of data movement will be involved in broadcast. So generally DSDist broadcast we don't encourage, and that will happen only if you have some even kind of distribution styles. See how the distribution styles are related to queries performance, right? Distribution styles affect the query performance or no?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the reason we should always make sure we join based on the joining columns. Okay, when we join based on joining columns, then it will come either DSDist none. Okay, if small tables are all, then it comes either DSDist all none or DSDist all inner. One of the table is inner. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm.
if that is if one of the table is not all, then it will go to DSDist inner, means it will distribute the inner table. Moving
Mm.
inner table is easy or moving big table is easy? Moving small table is easy, moving big table is easy. Tell me.
Small.
Yeah, I told you, right? One example. For example, there are some, 50 rooms are there. Okay, in one room, 5 kg rice packet is there, another room, 50 kg rice packet is there. But I need to, mix these two. Then which one you will prefer? You will move the 50 kg packet to 5 kg packet room, or you will move 5 kg packet to 50 kg packet room? What you will do?
5 kg to 50.
Yeah, definitely that is the best, right?
Yes.
Same thing. DS dictionary is that one. Distribute the smaller table, that's all, which will be done faster and without any much cost. Yes, sir. No?
Yes.
Yeah. Cost means system resources. Obviously, moving 5 kg packet we can do effortlessly, but we cannot carry the 50 kg packet to here, right?
Mm.
So that is like impacting the system. Okay. So that's why this is next costly. DS dist outer. Outer means out big table. Okay, so moving the big table or distributing the big table among the two tables involved. Okay, again it depends on how much big it is. One is 5 GB, another one is 10 GB, means actually it's nothing. One is 50 GB and other one is 2 terabyte, then definitely that's a bigger table, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so all these things comes into picture. Okay, but finally what matters the impact is what type of distribution keys they have and on what columns they are joined. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, and in fact, how can the system can come up with the DS dist inner or DS dist outer, DS dist none? So how can system will know whether it's a small table or big table? Tell me. How do the system know whether a table is small or big?
But looking at the table properties.
No, man, you forgot. What about the statistics? Table
Mm.
statistics.
Yes. Yes.
What
That is only.
what what is the statistics? What is the concept in Redshift?
Yeah.
What is the
Statistics.
yeah? But statistics is the term in other databases. But in Redshift, what is the term? Analyze.
LLM. Okay.
Remember or forgot? Or now you got
Um,
recollection. You got recollected, right? When I say analyze.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry. Okay. I'm expecting that. I mean, we generally, working people. Yeah. When time comes, they will revise. Not now. Okay. So now
Yes.
you got it right. Analyze. You heard about right? Analyze. We discussed. It's the collect statistics in Redshift.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and how do you know whether the statistics are up to date or not? By querying the SVV table info. In SVV table info, stats of 0 means current, stats of 100 means out of date or stale. Statistics are stale. Okay. So
Okay.
analyze table name is the syntax to collect statistics on any table,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so for example, whenever you see, okay, a query plan differently, it is going to broadcast both or broadcast DS dist outer. Okay, means outer means it is distributing the big table. Then you have to check the statistics of the table. How do you check the statistics of a table?
STV,
SVB table info. Okay,
schedule
selection
info.
from SVB table info where table equals to, if you give table name, you will see that particular table statistics. How do you check stats? Means stats of column only you will see. Stats of 0 or 100. 0 means yes, up to date. 100 means stale. Okay, SVB table info
Okay.
only. Okay, yeah. So if it is 100 means immediately you will analyze table name. You will give that command to
Mhm.
refresh the statistics.
Yes.
Okay, if required you have to change the distribution keys also. For example, if one of the queries not at all running, you see this analyze is to, can you see I written here analyze?
Mm.
That analyze is to refresh the statistics. Okay,
Okay.
in
Mm.
case if the table does not have up to date statistics. Okay,
Mm. Mm.
so for example, you did everything and there is no issue with the table statistics. There is no data skew, there is no logs. Okay, nothing is running, but still system is running longer. Means sometimes you have to even change the distribution styles also. For example, people who learned newly and they go to, you know, learning means everyone is learning, but who is properly learning, that is important, right? So they will go and create some distribution keys, or they create even, thinking that, even is equally distributes, or they will create distribution style key on some timestamp column. Do you think that, because timestamp is very unique, right?
Mhm. Correct.
Yeah. So can you, because and somebody may think that yeah, timestamp is unique, so let me create a distribution key column on timestamp because it is most unique and it evenly distributes. But do you think that will help any help in the query processing? Does it help
No.
anyway? Obviously, right? It's a common sense.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But the thing is that people don't know that we should create the distribution keys that should help the joins. That is the key point. That is the reason I highlighted that if a table is 100% unique but not used in the join, a column is 80% unique but used in the join, which one you will select as the distribution key? Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because that is the important. Just because something is unique, or something like timestamp columns or identity columns, it does not mean that you will create that distribution key. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you should give more priority for joining columns to create them as a distribution key or distribution style. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that will help the joins. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So if some of the tables are not created with proper distribution keys, then of course it's worth recommending them to change the distribution key, same as the joining column, so that plan will change and it will improve the performance. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you do that, generally, if you change the distribution keys, performance will be improved. Generally, that's where the mistakes will happen. But let's say, generally, I'm telling in this style because interviewer will ask like this only. Okay, okay, there is no long running query. Okay, so there is no blocking. Okay, so there is no statistics missing. Okay, there is no data skew. Okay, so there is no okay issue with the distribution keys. Okay, so then what next? He will ask. That's what he will say in the interview. Okay, and means he wanted to hear to how much extent you can go and explain. Okay, so if these are all going good, then the next thing is that, you can confirm that there is no issue with the query also. Okay,
Okay.
understand, boss? There is no issue
Yes.
with the query also. So then there can be issue with then the next level. This is called 360-degree. Then you have to see there may be issue with the system.
mm.
Have you seen any issue where your queries or jobs are running slower because of the system level issue? Have you experienced?
No.
Yeah, but I have experienced many. Okay, so there
Mm,
might be some issue with some system. What type of issues, uh, when there is an issue with system, one of the symptom is all the queries will experience the slowness. All the queries, not just one query. I mean, this is the symptom I'm telling. How do I identify a fever? I mean, a man who got fever, all the body will be hot, right? Yes or no? If a
mhm.
man get fever, entire body is hot or no?
Yes.
Or only some hand is heat and remaining all normal? No, right?
Yes. Yes.
Similarly, if there is system level issue, entire all the queries, anything that you run on the system that will experience slowness. All
Okay.
queries. So, so at that time, I mean, before you come to this, you have already performed these steps. Okay, monitoring the
Mm,
system, identify if there is any long running session, see STV in flight. But in STV in flight, you see that everything is running longer. Okay, there is no specific query which is running longer to terminate and kill it. Okay,
mm, mm.
so there is no locks on the system. I mean, it is not the lock issue. Okay, so to terminate anything. Okay, so you found that all queries are running longer and all the users, both ETL users and we all are complaining that some unevenness or something is going on with this system. Okay, so
Mm,
at that time, what you should, I mean, these are all the same steps. Okay, because
mm.
I told this in two ways. One is the issue with the query, another one is issue with the system. Even issue, you see, this part is issue with the system. Even issue with the system also, you cannot just immediately say issue with the system. First, you have to make sure these are all failed. Failed means okay, there is no query running long. Okay, no single query impacting the system, no blocking. Okay, no missing of the statistics. Okay, there is no join issue. Okay, I mean these steps will be done by the people who don't have much exposure. The very fact all the queries are running longer means, for example, if I am in that place, I will ask only one query is impacting or all queries are running longer. Then the user will say all queries are running longer. Immediately it is the issue with the system. You can directly go to this step. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Understand, boss? Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, if issue with one query, then or okay, and remaining queries are working normal, then definitely there is issue with that query. But if issue is with every query, then something wrong with the system. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So at that time you can directly come to this step. Check if there is any node failures or disk failures. Okay. So how do you check if there is a node failure or disk failure? You cannot check it. Okay. Generally, in every node, internally disks will be there, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So at that time, I mean, definitely, if all the jobs are running longer, means definitely there is issue with the problem. I mean, issue with the system. And at that time, you can suspect that there may be some node failures or disk failures, or okay, maybe okay, some maintenance activity done by the AWS team, or something that has caused the issue. Something they because AWS also will do some patch upgrade, version upgrade, all these things as part of their maintenance every week. Okay, so
Okay.
they must have updated some of the version. I mean, even for upgrade or even for node or disk failure, what you have to do is you have to cut a ticket with the support team, AWS support team.
Yeah.
You know. how to do. You heard about it, cutting ticket with the AWS support team.
Yes, sir.
You know it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So then they will ask your cluster name and all. Okay. Then they will look into it. If there is any issue with the disks or not, they will look at it and they will replace the node or disks if they have some fault.
We cannot check if there is a node failure or disk failure.
But the thing is that even there is node failure, they will continue to function, but with low performance. Okay, they will not stop entirely. Okay, they will function,
Okay.
but with less capacity. That is the reason we are experiencing slowness. Okay, so that is the reason. Uh, I mean, we cannot check from our end. They only can check, or we can only suspect that some problem, but we cannot conclude, right? We can only suspect. Whatever we do, we are only guessing or suspecting. Yes or no?
Yes.
There is something that is happening in the back end which they can only see and confirm to us. Finally, they should only can confirm. We cannot conclude it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, do I make sense or no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because we may be suspecting, of course, because they also will run some system queries. I know. I'll give you one guide. Okay. So, I mean, for example, this you go, you see here, knowledge center. If you go to this knowledge center, yeah, here you come to analytics and you come to Redshift. Yeah, here all issues will be there here. Okay. So all issues that we generally face in AWS Redshift, you will have, for example, you see here, ODI troubleshoot cluster performance issues in Amazon Redshift. I mean, like that, there will be some 2, 3 links will be there here. You see how I am seeing high CPU usage and all. So, for example, I will say, okay, here he has given something about high performance, cluster performance issue in Amazon Redshift. So you may write this query and you say that this and that, but finally they have to. I mean, this is related to product join. This is related to query. This you can fix it. But I'm telling, after you performing all those things, if there is issue with the hardware, you see, review your hardware. Okay. So at that time, you may be suspecting, but they only can confirm it, right?
Yes.
If there is some issue with the node or the disks within the node.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the reason we cut a ticket with them. Okay. Then they will verify it and they will say, yes, there is issue with the underlying disks. We are replacing the node or we are replacing the disk, like that they will tell. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Or if it is some other issue, that also they will, because they will have idea and they will have more exposure, they can confirm to you.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is performance optimization. Okay. But sometimes due to their weekly maintenance also, Redshift faces issue. For example, when we upgrade to latest version, sometimes we'll have degrade performance, right?
Okay.
Yes or no? Some we think that
Mm.
new version will do well, but sometimes new version will be worse. Or sometimes as part of the production deployment, some mistakes will happen. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So, but yeah, so if that is the issue, then also they will be able to help us if there is issue with the last maintenance or something. But that's very, very rare case. Okay. So this also will have total system impact. So whenever you see overall system is impacting, And once you performed all the checks that I have said and made sure it is not issue with the data, it is not issue with the query, it's not issue with the thing, and of course the main symptom is that all the queries are running long, then you can definitely check with the support team with the support case that there may be some issue with the nodes or disks, or maybe some issue with the upgrade that happened in the last maintenance window. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is one more, the most, I mean, advanced thing in the performance optimization is there, that is workload management, that we will see later tomorrow. Okay. This is the
Okay.
last, but you know, have you heard about workload management, WLM?
I have heard the term.
You heard the term, right? WLM or workload management. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the next level of advanced tuning. I will tell you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
So if there is a data skew, how can we understand?
Yeah. So if there is a data skew, you have to see the data that is there in each slice level. Okay. Because
Okay.
finally, what is skew? Uneven distribution of
And
data only, right?
yes.
Yeah. So you have to see how evenly data is distributed. Okay. At the slice level. Okay. So for that you can use wait. Here I have seen one. I think wait. I'll system tables. I will guide you the table by which we will query the okay.
Yeah.
System tables. Where is the system tables? Yeah. I have seen that query. Just a second. I'll do. Yeah. Here, for example, you see STB table perm is there, right?
Mm.
STB table perm. STB table. Actually, this table is used to know the data at the slice level. See, STB table form contains information about permanent tables. Permanent tables means the tables which store the data permanently. Okay.
Okay.
So you see here. Okay, columns slice. Okay, ID means table ID, name, table name, rows. Okay, see rows, number of rows in this slice. See here,
Get the rows in the slice. Yeah.
See, that means it is slice level rows it will show.
Okay.
Okay. Generally, no skew means all the slices should have almost, I mean, approximately same. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But some slice has 100 million records, some slice has, 1 million record. What does it mean?
See.
Yeah, that's all. Simple, right?
Yes.
Yeah, same. So you can write query. Okay. So using this, you want to know, for example, slice wise rows. Okay. Select slice comma uh, rows. Okay. From table. Then you will get slice wise table rows. Yes or
Okay.
no?
Yes.
Yeah. So if all the records are almost equal, I mean, when you are each slice having millions of records, 1 or 2 lakh is does not matter actually, right? But some
Hmm.
slices has 100 million, but some slices has only 1 million, 2 million, or 5 million. Then definitely that's a matter, right?
Yes.
So yeah, skew formula I will tell you. Skew formula means number of records, the maximum records in a slice divided by minimum records in a slice. That generally one means, I mean, almost same, right?
Hmm.
Denominator and numerator both are equal means one, right?
Yes.
That is, a slice with maximum rows are 100 million and a slice with minimum rows are also 1 million. Then what is this skew? One means ideal.
Yes.
That means there is no skew. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. But let's say slice with maximum rows are 100 million, slice with minimum rows are 1 million. Then what is the value? 100 by 1. 100 means it is highly skewed.
Yes. Correct.
Got it?
Yes. Sir.
So that's why skew means percentage of uneven distribution of data across all these slices is called skew. What is skew means? Uneven distribution of data across these slices is called skew. What is
Yes.
what that is only, right? Skew?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, skew means uneven distribution of data across slices is called skew. The uneven distribution of data across slices, right?
Yes.
Yeah, now you got it. What is skew?
Yes. Yes. I got it. Sir.
Okay, cool. So we'll have our session tomorrow, okay, which
Okay,
will
sir.
be the last session officially. But please don't think that that is the last between you and me, okay? You are welcome to
Yes, sir.
join anytime, any session, and you're welcome to call anytime to me, okay, brother?
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
I hope that you'll always be in touch with me through, whatever the channel it is,
Sure, sir. Yeah.
because I'll be helpful. I mean, maybe in future also. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir. All we will link to each other at any point
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Take